Fucking hell, that was fast. The hangout's already live. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is War Commander Unshackled. The panel's a little small, but is, of course, open to everyone else. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Anton, your YouTube, please, buddy. Christ on a bike. So, this evening, this is the quote-unquote end of days. And tonight on the panel, of course, we have Anton Irish, we have Godscope, we have Lady Warrior, and myself. The back in business. Sobered, annoyed, immortal Dr. Phil. So, there's a lot of shit to go through tonight, since, of course, I've been away for several days. Wasn't able to run the show the other night. So we'll go through the general tone of the game at the moment before we hit the good stuff at the end. General changes, content roadmap, base pawn calendar, I've already done once, so I'm not going to do it again. Faction training bases, which are controversial at this point in time. Again, the Corpus bases that are available 7th, 14th, and 28th with all of the tokens that you see before you.
Phil, side chat.
I saw that. Bye-bye.
I didn't want to do it. I saw it too.
Well, if he comes back, do it again.
I will do it.
It's that simple. I'm not going in as to why, because the legal team is currently dealing with that at the moment. Okay, Survivor faction bases, August 7th, 14th, and 28th. Corpus or Sentinel units. The bases will be available then. You get 2 Bonesaw, 2 Detonator, 2 Disruptor, 2 Hammer, 2 Liberators, and 10,000 Thorium as a fallback price. 10 million Thorium, sorry, as a fallback price. Following that, again, you the Corpus base, 9th, 16th, 23rd, and the 30th. Apollo tokens, Fury, Hades, Phalanx, and Spartan ZK. And, of course, the fallback prize and the Sentinel base, August 4th, 11th, and 25th, with Acolyte, Purifier, Seeker, Valiant, and Vindicator tokens. And, of course, 10 million Thorium. And the Survivor bonus base is the War Dog WM icon. I'm sure that's a misprint, and it should just be War Dog. But the bonus base is only attackable by the new unit of the month. So the base can only be attacked with War Dogs. Alright. August 7th and 14th. I'd like to see that one. That actually sounds quite funny. 3 Bonesaw, Detonator, Disruptor, Hammer, and Liberator tokens for that one. And of course your fallback prize. I swear to God, I've gone through these bases already, but again, Phalanx base, August 3rd, 4th, 10th, and 11th. The same bullshit applies. The first base, you get a unit. The considering bases after that, you get components for all of that shit. All Battlecraft bases have been updated to keep up the current difficulty power curve. Now, I saw this, but yet, so far, no one's said anything.
Yeah, I checked the bases out, and I haven't noticed any changes in any of the layouts.
Layouts could still be the same, but
even the units inside them, like, nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed.
No, nothing.
Not from what I've seen.
The ones
And
I
I
looked at.
go through about... I was going to say, I go through about 300 million Thorium a day, so...
How the fuck do you do that?
Well, because I do the 80s easily, so I fill up, and then I hide a bunch in my war factory, and then whenever people in the sector ask for thorium, I just let him hit my base for it.
If I ever decide to come back, remind me to hit you up.
You got it, buddy. I got 400 million hiding in purifier builds.
Christ on the bike. Okay, the Ronin base. All right.
Just saying.
I haven't seen a Ronin for about 2 years, but okay. On August the 7th, all victories are guaranteed to earn the Ronin or its components. Only once all of the prizes are awarded will medals be awarded. Bug fixes. We actually have 2 bug fixes this week. The sync service increased stability after coming up from maintenance, which what they should call that is the throttle between maintenance, because that's what it is. It's a fucking fancy name for a fucking dick move. It's a dick move, I understand, in the tech field, but it's a dick move nonetheless. And bunkers will constantly target phalanx units after Spartan units are dropped from the phalanx. Okay, that's actually a bug, and it's actually one that should be fixed, and apparently has been so.
Which bug, sorry?
Pardon?
Which bug, sorry?
Bunkers will constantly target the phalanx after the Spartan units are dropped from the phalanx.
Oh, yeah. That made the phalanx a little OP when you're hitting somebody, so I'm glad they kind of fixed that.
No, they're targeting the phalanx instead of the ZK units.
Yeah, I know. The fact that
And
they
now
would
they're not.
stop targeting the phalanx, they'd stop targeting the phalanx to kill the Spartan units, and that's what made them so good, because then you could just leave them there and run your phalanx around, and they wouldn't take damage.
Huh, okay. Well, that was a tactic that could have been used rather well.
Oh, and it was. I got flattened by it a bunch of times.
Okay, we'll move to the roadmap before I go over the event. I think I've already done this. No, I haven't. It was published on the 1st.
Yeah, you haven't done any of
The
this.
Gear Store update's been revamped. I don't know what's in it. Is it in there? Content roadmap, spawn calendar. There's no Gear Store edition. Why put it in there and not give me the fucking thing I'm looking for? Soloco, you're a moron. I've been gone 3 fucking days, and this is the kind of bullshit you throw at me. Huh? Well done, dickhead. Invasion, part 1 and 2. Part 2 availability window, August 10th, which is next week. Starting on Thursday, ending on Saturday. Shoutouts campaign 13. The Blackout phase 4. Part 2 of 3. Will start on the August 25th. Huh?
That's
I
makes no
don't-
sense.
No, it doesn't. The new Shadow Ops has already started, hasn't it?
Yeah, it started today.
Well, yeah, it's already started then, and he's just put it in 4 weeks in advance
Oh God.
because he's a moron. This is what, the 2nd week of the new Shadow Ops or the 1st?
Yes, second week.
So yeah,
Second.
he's got it
And
right.
I'm excited.
2 or 3, but he's put phase 4.
Yeah,
It should be phase 1.
Yeah, he's an idiot. I'll just leave it at that.
Faction training
Attaboy,
token.
Sulaco.
Yeah. Unique faction.
You're my
base
fucking
you already
hero,
know
buddy.
about. Faction traits we can talk about in a minute, because I have all that on my list. Command Center 12. Information will be posted by Friday, August the 4th. Sulaco, I hate to tell you, today is Friday, August the 4th. Where's my information? Come on.
Yeah.
It's not that early in the day.
You know you gotta give them a 1 to 2 year buffer period to post that kind of information.
I got a fucking
Yeah.
buffer period for him. It's a cattle prod of the Jackson.
Games.
August.
Why is there another upgrade for the command center?
It's way too early for another upgrade for the command center.
Yeah, we
It's
just
December.
had one. God.
It better give us more wall.
Idiot.
You get nothing. Everyone
We're
else gets
fucking-
4 walls. You get nothing.
I don't want
We're
any
messing
more
with Dr. Phil's
walls.
chi.
My chi is perfectly fine, thank you.
Wow, we gotta change that, don't we? I'll go ahead and mute myself.
Fully right since Phalanx released Bunkers mode targeted Phalanx even before any Spartans were dropped. Ah, okay. I missed that one, Valhalla. Thank you for the update. That's one thing I did not know, and that's one thing that everybody knows now. That is excellent news. August, Operation Blind Faith. The 17th until the 23rd. Generation 2 unit, the Cyclops, and 1 new Herald component, Last Resort. Corpus faction missions only, Apollo, Fury, Hades, Phalanx, Aura, Nyx, Spartan, ZK. Did he miss something off that list because he's put dots? Or did Soloco just have a fucking stroke on the keyboard when he tried to put a full stop? Because he's put a comma, then a space, and then 5 full stops.
I don't know if he missed anything or not. Let me see.
Uncover text on a weekly basis, blah blah blah. Before the event kicks off. So you got a couple of weeks. Wolfie, you've got the fucking flu. Grow some fucking balls. I had back surgery 2 days ago. You've got nothing, pal. Man the fuck up. There, I said it.
He's got the man cold.
Oh, poor baby. Fucking man flu. Jesus Christ.
No, actually, Sulaco didn't miss anything. He was just being stupid.
No, he put the dots in there for a reason because the new unit is Corpus. Okay, he's still an idiot, but...
Well, yeah, okay.
Wait.
Right.
What was that? Was that a Corpus laser tank I just saw?
That is a Corpus laser tank with sustained damage.
Jesus.
Yep.
It looks like somebody just basically built a hot dog and put wheels on it.
It looks like someone took the original laser tank and just stepped on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It looks stupid. Oh, well.
oh, and it's a heavy vehicle, so you know it's going to move at a snail's pace.
Just like the old laser tank, but it's going to have range.
Ooh.
It's got to have range. Otherwise, it's not a laser tank.
Okay.
It better give us that Billy Goat range, that 950.
A Crusader. Get the fuck out.
Crusader.
Oh, Killer, if it's anything like the old laser tanks that I really, really loved back in the day, you'll use them quite frequently. And you can see this being a replacement for the legendary laser tank that fucking balls.
That giant pile of dog shit.
Giant pile of dog shit. That's an understatement. Giant pile of dog shit is being nice. And instead of getting the revamped PvP units like we were promised back in, what, February, I believe? That was 6 months ago. And now you're getting a brand new Generation 2 faction unit to fuck you over some more. So they can reskin the old bullshit, put it onto a fucking panini press, and give you a flat laser tank rather than a...
I guess on the plus side for this, though, because when they did the revamp laser, it was PvP only, and this one doesn't say that, so I guess there's...
This one will be one of those ones that's going to be usable throughout. And if they don't mess it up and don't fuck with it, it'll be brutal as hell.
Yep. It should be really good if they do it right.
King, if you're talking about IDs, I have a particular base that could be negotiated with a 301,000 ID number. There's nothing in it, but it could be negotiated.
No, he's talking about mine because I got the N7 picture on. It's a joke.
Oh.
He said the
Okay.
N7 picture is a band magnet.
I can
And
arrange
he's not
it
wrong.
if you really want to.
Oh.
A band hammer can be appropriated for the right price.
Well, if that's the case, I got a list of people.
Yeah, me too. We'll talk off chat so I can see what the price is. I'll get you ID numbers.
It's just, it goes down to the 13th rule of acquisition. Anything worth doing is worth doing for money.
Yeah, if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Exactly.
That's why I sell myself on the corner.
I don't know if the guy's watching, but do it for 350.
Oh.
It's got to be 350.
Oh, back to muting myself.
350? Okay. All right.
350.
Good to know.
Goddamn
Good to know.
this monster. Dr. Phil the Noob. Do you really want a timeout there, dude? Because I'll go ahead and do it.
David the
Wait a minute.
douche.
David
And
the
he
Dude.
says GS sucks and Hunter rocks. I think Dark Shadows should
You know
time
what? I think he should. And yes, he
And he got one.
will. You're welcome.
I was just about to say.
I'm going to get
glad
a
you did that before.
motherfucker, because I know David's on his phone.
Yeah, yes.
I was just about to say before you did that, lady, if you time him out, I'll open you an 80 thorium, but you saved me the work.
Yeah,
You
but
can go ahead and do it for her anyway.
He's going to get 300 or 600 because I timed him out about the same time Dr. Phil did. So,
Yeah.
but that's
I can
okay.
see that.
That's okay, Godscope. I can
gonna
open
be
my
5
own
minutes
80s.
and not 10, but
You should time out Hunter. It wouldn't be an Unshackled show if Hunter didn't get a timeout.
Yeah,
True
and
enough. Job is
we
good.
just said we love Lady. He loves David, so he just got it.
I'm going to get into so
We're
much
such
shit for this
assholes.
because I've gone way out, and I've still got 3 more tabs to cover.
Sorry. Good. Let's continue. We'll behave. Maybe.
Oh, dear. Hunter,
We're such
sorry.
assholes.
I'm not sorry. David, I have to. I'll just sit and wait for the PM to come in. But we're going to go over the Wrong Thinkers' latest state of the game that came out on the 29th of July. So I'm about a week behind there because it came out not long after I'd already done a show. Because I didn't go over this. Otherwise, it would have been done. The state of the game and evaluation in the previous state of the game was a massive 3 parts, largely because it was focus and blah, blah, blah. Spaced out about right. Faction traits will be in your hands before the next event. Which faction traits? Faction traits are bonuses which affect units in combat, blah, 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 blah. If you're aligned with Sentinels and deploy Sentinels, your units will receive Sentinel traits. Deploy Survivor units along with the Sentinel units, and none of your units get the benefits. So if you're aligned to one faction and you use multiple faction units, you don't get shit. You have to be focused on one particular faction. So that's covering that. If you remain loyal to the faction by deploying only their units, you'll get some awesome and interesting bonuses, with the list being survivors have Warlust. As units die in combat, both yours and the enemy's, all of your units will receive a damage bonus. The damage bonus scales up to 100%, meaning that when it reaches its maximum potential, all your units deal twice the normal damage to all targets. The bonus lasts until combat ends. Trait showcases the survivor's fierceness in the heat of battle. Corpus and adaptive defenses. Adaptive defenses prevents any projectile or single source of damage to any of your units to exceed 15% of that unit's maximum health. The trait showcases Corpus's advanced technology in motion. Now, this one's my favorite one. The Sentinels have Devotion. Devotion makes your units totally immune to all status effects, including cryo, shock, corrosion, and all the other negative status effects in the game. It's basically listed the 3 ones that still count, except for the napalm, because I think that's the napalm and zombie fire are the only other 2 that isn't in that list. The trait showcases the unflinching nature of Sentinel troops. As if this wasn't enough, the fourth and final trait, loyalty. All three factions have access to loyalty in addition to the unique trait. Loyalty grants all of your units a selected faction a flat 10% damage reduction. So that is that. Stability and performance. Tech director, detailed report, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Highly technical a result. Normal human beings such as myself did have a hard time understanding all of it. To be as straightforward as possible, here's how you be as straightforward as possible. You take it down to a level that a 5-year-old could understand it. Because 90% of the War Commander community don't have the cognitive capacity to understand anything above about grade 6. That's about as clear and as open as I can make it. If you can't simplify all of the bullshit, then you make a post and it will fall upon deaf ears. That's as simple as I can make it. You have to make the knuckle draggers understand, or nobody will understand. I'm in that field. I read it, I understood it, and it's basically, I could sum it up into several words. You went too far, too fast, and you did not adapt to technology, which you should have done as the game became progressive. And instead, what you did is you did nothing to your back end and raked in the money. And now you're paying for it. And because you didn't do it then, it's more expensive to do now because all your shit is out of date. That is as simple as it comes. That one is understandable for everybody across the board. I'm quite sure the three of you on the panel understood that.
Yep. Very well put in YouTube, Hunter.
It's not that
couldn't have said it any better myself, Hunter.
What did David do?
He didn't do anything, but he says he's not on his phone. He's at work. And if you're at work, David, what the hell are you doing in here?
Oh, yeah, what the Get back to work or you're fired.
Hunter, you need to make it so David can understand it, and then everybody will.
Hunter, to give David credit, David's smarter than you.
Yep.
So if I can make you understand it, then you'll be fine, Hunter, I promise you.
Did Phil just compliment David?
He did.
I did nothing of the sort.
It kind of sounded like that, though.
I made an observation on his intelligence. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay.
Bring forth the icicles of hell.
Hunter, you're going to get timed out, like right now. See ya.
Do it.
He's gone.
What the fuck?
He's timed out again.
Okay, so to openly acknowledge how talk is cheap, which I have said a lot of times when I've read State of the Games, and it's about fucking time that you paid attention to it. A lot of words in the past on the topic for the magnitude of improvements we're planning to make take months and not days, which I have said several fucking thousand times. And because I look time for the required changes, up the communication by providing more updates, probably monthly. Monthly is not acceptable. Bi-weekly, I could just about handle. All it takes is a small comment of, this is what's happening, this is when it's going to happen. David, don't be a disgusting fucking pig. You get a fucking timeout for that too, for ruining my goddamn chi. And rather than just asking do you arbitrarily believe, I'm going to ask you to stay tuned and watch it all happen. Dr. Phil likes who? Bye. I'm not sure I understand that, but fuck it. And fuck you. Many of the changes and improvements coming to the game in the skill and strategy. Focused around something the game has always been about, blah, blah, blah. Core goal of making skill strategy and store commander. Remove the coin value, and then you'll see true fucking skill. Remove the cheats, remove the hacks, remove the idiots, remove all those fucking toons that just jail people's bases or make them unattackable, the guys who hide all of their infamy, KT, AAF, all of the guys that sit on the top of the fucking leaderboard. Take away their fucking guard. Make them open.
Oh my god, that's gonna happen.
Yes, it will.
Didn't like on the post. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up later when you get to it. I'm jumping ahead of myself.
Please do. When it comes to it, it'll come to it. Part of maintaining skill and strategy, giving the players opportunities to make meaningful choices, blah, 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 bullshit, 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 bullshit. Last point is to consider ensuring meaningful choices. One faction unit is overpowered or underpowered. That's something they're going to look at adjusting. Commanders of all play styles are able to play the faction they want without being completely left in the dust. Does mean going forward making adjustments to units to ensure all factions retain a pretty good spread of power. It's worth repeating that we still do want factions to have strengths and weaknesses, so do not expect one faction to rule them all. If you want yours to be the dominant faction, you'll have to fight for it. And of course, wrapping up with Wrong Thinker Thinks, with more improvements coming. The general goal isn't merely to add stuff to the game, bullshit, but improve the things we have already. Illustrated the intentions on the objective, blah, 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 improved invasion, bullshit, and a strong battle plan already underway to improve the stability and performance of the game. Of course, more stuff in the works as well. There's always more stuff than we have room for. As always, honored to have you all over for the ride, and look forward to getting the ride a bit smoother and more exciting at the same time. On that one, there are so many things. There are so many things wrong with that post in so many different directions.
How much time do we have?
We have all the time in the fucking world.
Yeah.
You have basically until my morphine runs out.
Like, he just says in this post that they're trying to slow down bringing in new content. Yet, we just looked at the event prizes. We're getting a new unit. So unless this unit only has one level, which I highly doubt, he just contradicted himself.
Yeah, to a point, but think about it. For several events in a row, they were adding 2, 3, 4 new units, and now the last time it was just a dog, and this time it's just this glorified laser tank or whatever the hell we want to call it. So maybe that's what he considers slowing down. Instead of throwing 2 or 3 new units at us, he's only going to throw 1 new unit at us at a time, which is better, especially for those that are still behind. But no new units would be even better.
Didn't that happen last month?
One unit every 2 events would be awesome.
Yes, until they get the stuff fixed and they get, some of these bugs worked out, figure out a way to stop all this crash and DC crap. 1 every 2. I actually would prefer 1 every 3 or 4 months myself.
That's not likely.
It's not likely, no, because they know that they're going to lose money, because why would the heavy coiners who already have all the stuff play if there's not something new to get?
The additional to that, if you're looking at getting other things, it's a simple case of they've done it before, and they always do it. They release it 1 month, and then it comes out a couple of months down the line. Either in the gear store or in the event store or in a base of some kind, you'll always find the unit that will become available in the following month if you don't pick it up in the event.
Right.
It's going to end up the same with the dogs I guarantee you'll probably see those in the event store or in one of the faction tracks to pick up some of these units.
Yes, I don't disagree with that, because that's happened with everything. You know, Pandora is a real good example. That was a special prize to the top 3 in some event, and what was it, 9 months, 10 months later, they put it in the gear store. No, it was a long time, but
it was.
They have Ardra in the gear store now, and she's been out, what, 4 months, 3 months? How long has Ardra been out? Now she's in the gear store.
Ardra's been out for about 6.
Has it been 6? Shows you how much attention I paid.
I still have Ardra. I know she's in my base. Because she was the first hero that came out. I have all of the first generation of heroes at least. The Ardra, Roland, and Orin. I have all 3 of those. I'm just trying to think.
Oh my God. I'm just saying, is it not defeating the purpose ever so slightly that we're bringing out this new way of writing out cheats and hacks, and you have to bring all your tunes on the roadmap of it, step back to your base and from the street?
We'll get to that shortly. I just want to go over the state of the game a little bit more first.
Right, no, I'm just want to say something about you say releasing units. That was defeating the purpose.
The more units they put out,
as it was last time.
I've got 1 unit coming out in the next event, which is good. Obviously, it'll get tech shit like that always does in the following Shadow Ops after that. But for the moment, the faction traits look okay, depending on what kind of play style you have. Personally, the Sentinel faction has the better trade, but again, the Corpus has better units. And that's where the toss-up lies. So if you pick the Sentinel faction and you use Corpus units, then you're not going to get bonuses. But if you pick the Sentinel faction and use the Sentinel units, then you're good to go. I mean, the Corpus has a pretty decent trade, but it's one of those things, it's flat damage. But again, the 10% loyalty bonus on top of that, it makes that mathematics a little bit more difficult to try and grasp. Because it's Kixeye, it's not cumulative, it's additive. So it's 15% and then 10% of 15% on top of that. So it did end up being 16.5% rather than 25%, which is how it should be. Which makes people annoyed over the mathematics behind what Kixeye do. I can understand the maths. I don't like it, but I can understand it nonetheless. And the Survivor's fucking track, the Survivor trait just plain sucks, to be perfectly honest. I mean, getting double damage is nice, but you have to take damage and lose units in combat for that to even happen. A suicide trait is not an acceptable response, and I suggest Kixeye change that.
Somebody did say in chat, in the YouTube chat a little ways back, that the faction bonus did not seem to work in the preview server. So it's possible maybe that won't happen right away. I didn't go in the preview server to see how it worked, but they said that it didn't work. So
then it probably didn't work.
Yeah, so it may very well be that's something that's still a ways down the line until they work out the bugs on that. I'd rather them see them take care of some other things that we have yet to discuss before they bother with that.
I would very much agree. And I know Kixeye will probably listen to this at some point later on the show. They do. Even though they don't communicate, I know they put the Unshackled show on. So here's the suggestion. Change the survivors. They change that fucking Warlost. Don't do it as units die in combat. Give them Kara's ability. As she kills units, she puts out more damage.
Or else, isn't it?
Give them that. Give them that damage. Give them that ability to do bloodlust rather than warlust. Because making people suicide the units to get a bonus is absolute bullshit.
Agreed. And if they think they're going to make money, I mean, the high-level coiners, yeah, they might not care, and they may suicide their units thinking, oh, well, I'll just coin the repairs. But for those that don't coin, or those that coin when they choose, such as myself, I don't coin every repair that I have. So I might wait for those people. They're not going to make any money off those people, and they're not going to suicide their units, so they're not going to get that bonus, which is incredibly unfair. Incredibly unfair. I mean, they're unfair enough to the people that don't coin.
If I can't
why
break
make
the
it
bank
worse?
with minimal attrition, not free repair, because free repair takes finesse and practice.
Yes.
But if I can't take a base with minimal attrition, then it's not a base I will continue to go after unless I am either learning said base or breaking said base, or I'm doing a run before I go to bed. That's how I did bases. It's how I do bases in other games now. It's how I run the alien bases in Vega. I either do it with minimal attrition, or I do 8 or 9 of them and then repair the entire fleet before I go to sleep.
Right.
Or I'm going out for the day, or I'm going to be away from the game for several hours and I have enough times to repair stuff. Minimal attrition is the only way to do things, and Survivors is not minimalist.
No,
That is gung-ho. And gung-ho is not how you play this game with any skill at all. You see anyone, any high-level coiner that does PvP, they stagger launch their platoons and they set it on fucking Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how you play.
Nope. Nope. I don't do that.
Herald, you got the jug, that's it. Once those 2 fucking units are in there, it's game the fuck over.
Yep.
And that's not the order of things.
And I have to agree with what Grumpy just said in the side chat too. He says it's bullshit if the bonuses only work if you deploy this, the specific faction unit, and then you lose it because he decides he wants to put a different faction unit in to take something that maybe that current faction unit can't get to. He used Dina as an example, and I know I use my Dina quite a bit to try to get hunter missiles out that are ground.
She's not faction allied.
No, and she's not. But if you put her in and you're using a faction unit, according to what they say, you're going to lose the bonus. You have to specifically use only those faction units. I believe that's what he said, that you will lose the bonus. And that's unfair. Double check. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yes, that's correct.
If you're aligning with Sentinels and you deploy only Sentinels, you receive a Sentinel trait. Deploy Survivor units along with the Sentinel units, and none of your units will get the benefit. Now, that's only for faction units by the looks of it. The only way to really know that is to try it and find out, because it's not clear if that's the case or not. Because Dina doesn't classify as faction. That's the thing with the last generation.
I think, if you put a commando in your bunker along the Liberators, you'll not get any bonus.
I don't know if that counts towards base defense.
I think it does, yes.
I don't know.
My computer crashed.
I might have to ask Wrong Thinker to be more specific about that when this thing actually comes out. The wording is not clear. And Grumpy, you took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, you don't trust Kixeye that much in common sense when programming the things. The programming aspect is a side note, but the understanding and the wording of it is so poor, it makes you jump to a conclusion that could probably be wrong, could probably be right.
But I think
the hangout link there for Fell Hunter.
Regarding that,
I do not know.
And Anton, somebody said you're sounding gravelly to them again.
Oh dear.
No,
Yep.
he sounds fine to me. So
Does
whoever
sound
it is,
okay to you? Okay.
I can understand him. It's probably his accent that throws people off. I mean, if you're not from my side of the water, you don't interact with the Irish or the Scottish a lot. You have difficulty understanding the accent, which I can understand. That if you can't, then please go back to school and learn how to speak English properly.
I have the same problem with the English as well.
Hey guys.
What?
I'm Hulk.
No.
Hey Anton.
You good, boy?
So before I go on to the thing that we've all been waiting for this evening, and this is why it's called the end of days. But before that, has anyone actually done the token base 100?
Nope.
Because
No.
CyberTwit has put up a fucking discussion in there, and it's a lot of complaints. The odd video, more complaints, waste of time.
There's a bloody tomb killer.
I'm going to kill myself if someone manages to do this in one attempt without any losses or using more than 3 missiles.
Jesus
And-
Christ.
My understanding, I had one person I know did it. I believe they used Furies to take out the Bastion, and then they said it took them 15 PKs to take out the rest of the base.
Yeah, that's
I don't have time or energy to make 15 freaking PKs to take out a base for however many tokens you get.
yeah, that's what
How
someone
much
told me.
res is each missile? It's 30 million.
30 million each
30
and
million, what, 1.5
1 1.2 mil thorium.
Yeah.
So to do that, that's what?
A fucking shit ton.
About, say on average, 330 million in res and
About 20 million thorium.
Yeah.
30 million
About
for
that. Which the resin thorium is easy for me to get, but I don't want to grind for that.
Yeah.
Now, JW
it's not
said
funny.
he did it with hammers, lib, and some phalanx. And JW, how much damage did you take? How many hours of damage did you take, though?
How much repair?
That's what I want to know.
How much repair is the next?
Yeah. How much repair did you have?
You know, I went and had a look at them and I was like, going to retrieve my
It's
fucking
electric.
tools.
Did the
I'm
whole
not touching
100 in one shot for
Six-
6 hours repair.
See, 6 hours to me is unacceptable for what little bit we're getting. And that's just me, JW. That's fine with you, but for me, that's unacceptable.
No, I am inclined to agree. If it's no less than if it's more than a bloody hour, I get annoyed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've seen people tell me that I've seen people talking in chat saying that they took 15 hours of repair.
Well, that's just they can't hit shit then.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Well,
say
I
that
think
outright.
one of them had a
If-
DC, so you know.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. 2 hours 38 for the second hit. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. 38 gold.
38 gold. And how many tokens did you get, JW? Because like I said, I haven't done one. I thought somebody just said they got 2 tokens. 38 gold for 2 tokens? Nah.
2 tokens for each 5 faction unit entry. You have to do 5 of those bases and get 2 tokens for each unit.
38 fucking. That's
For 38 gold, I'll do the Omega Herald bases, and I can get 8 for that price. And get my Omega Herald. So now I'm good. Ouch.
Yeah, those token bases are a joke.
Hey, God, Scott.
2 for Seekers, 2 for the Purifiers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just.
That is stupid. Done all the 100s I can do.
Well, I mean, if they're willing to coin for that, that's great. That's up to them. I wouldn't choose to do that myself.
I would
That's
choose
just me.
to say fuck that, and I'm not doing it.
I looked at one of the bases, I went over the tune, and I was like, fuck that, turn around, I'm keeping my tune.
Yep. I did an advanced scout on the Sentinel base. Level 20 Acolyte, Vindicators, Seekers, Purifiers, all
They're
that
just-
crap.
They're
Fuck
just a
you.
fucking piss take. Like, the kicks are thinking, oh yeah, we'll make these bases incredibly fucking hard, and then people will just coin the tunes.
87 gold.
87 gold. Well, good
I'm
for
like,
you, JW, if that's what you choose to do, hun. But I
I'm-
no way, not me.
I'm like,
The only thing,
I coin my turn, but I ain't fucking coining that much.
the only thing difficult about those bases is taking that missile bastion out, because once that's
Yeah.
gone, you can just peacekeeper the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's can you be asked and do the resources and shit like that? To be honest.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you need to go out and hustle and have all the resin Thor
Yeah.
in base because what is it? 45-minute timer, 40-minute timer on them, I believe.
30 seconds.
What?
No, I mean the timer on the base. There's a timer on the base.
I don't.
I'll have a look now. I've got one right next to my base. I'll have attack and end attack.
Yeah, hit it. Yeah,
What is-
but I believe it's
what's
40
the cool-
minutes.
The cooldown on a PK.
1 minute 10 seconds.
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute 10 seconds.
Yep.
Which
So
that's a piss take
you're
as well.
looking in a 6-minute base, you get 4, possibly 5 PKs off in that amount of time.
Mm.
Yeah, 45-minute timer. Valhalla just said.
You're coming in, you're coming out. That's what. It's taking you 15 minutes of base.
Right, the timer is 44 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's just
40,
not.
45 on the start then.
Well, yeah. We'll
Yeah,
call
so
it
by the
40.
time the first attack's done, if you take the full amount of time, it resets in 38 minutes.
Oh, yeah. See, that's pushing it.
4 gold each base, 1 gold each, but instant repair either. Now that's more acceptable.
One go. Yeah. Now if Weaver by himself would do the base, that really wouldn't be so bad.
No, I understand the tactic that he's using there. He's taking Weaver, getting him the damage, taking the shield, taking the bastion, and then getting the fuck out.
Yeah.
Weaver's going to die as soon as his shield drops, and then you PK the rest of it. Yeah, that's the problem that you keep attacking and the memory usage goes up and then you end up DCing.
Mhm.
Because War Commander has what is known as a memory leak. There is a bug in the code somewhere that Kixeye have not found, and they really should get on it, that is making the
Kixeye.
usage go up.
It's Kickstarter, they can't fix shit.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised what they can do.
Oh, I know.
There are more than enough games that have the same
Yeah.
issue. Warframe is another game that I play on the side a little bit, not as much as I used to, but there is a specific strike called the CAD, which is its defense, and you defend the cryopod for X amount of waves, and then you either choose to go on, get more shit, or leave and come back. But the longer you stay in a CAD, the more memory that you were using. I have 128 gigs of RAM in my machine.
Wanna check?
When I'm pulling in 60 gig from one round, constantly going, I mean, I went up to about wave 30 or 40 in one night, and I pulled the 60 giga, and I was wondering what was happening. And that's exactly what was happening. It was a memory leak. And that's what War Commander has. And they really need to get on and sort that out. But the last thing on my list for this evening,
Woohoo.
end of days. And I'm going to read this word for word because everybody's been waiting for this. And I have to thank Franco, Commander Soviet Union, for posting this on the Unshackled page earlier. Securing the workshop, part 1. Commanders, as the vast majority of you are aware, cheating is an ongoing battle of whack-a-mole in War Commander. Okay, I have to like that. That's a good phrase. The WC team has been working diligently over the past year to address cheats being used in the game. One of the most prevalent forms of cheating revolving around unit workshop tech. An update will be applied during next week's maintenance to secure workshop tech. There are 2 main parts to this update. Closing loopholes that allow for cheating workshop tech, removing cheated tech from both inventory and units. With next week's maintenance, we will be removing cheated tech. The update has been under development for a very long time, and the permutations of unlocks, upgrades, equips, and replication provide a very complex puzzle. The development team has taken the time to perform a great deal of due diligence, allowing us to identify cheated workshop techs with confidence. During next week's maintenance, all platoons on the world map will be sent to your base storage, allowing us to apply our secure tech update. We apologize for the inconvenience, but it's a necessary step due to the nature and the scale of the update. All workshop tech in your inventory, equipped or not, will be evaluated for legitimacy. After the update, we would encourage you to review your units, their equipped tech, and your workshop tech inventory. If you have acquired your workshop tech legitimately, you will see no difference. During the update, a more formalized post will be posted to detail all important information regarding this update. DM Soloco. For the first time in a very long time, I have to congratulate the CM on actually getting off his butt and doing something right.
Yeah.
And putting this information out a week early.
Yeah.
We know what's going on. We know what's going to happen next week. This gives people enough time, and I'm going to make the suggestion to you now to either record your workshop and everything that you currently use and make sure everything is correct. No negatives, no ups, no downs, no nothing. This is something this is why the show is called The End of Days. Because the end of days is coming for those little cock-sucking roach fuckers out there who hack the living shit out of their workshop. Having a level 1 Hydra with all Omega tech, having a level 1 Phantom with Omega Phantom tech, and so on and so forth. We used to see it before with the Scorpions and the Hellfire missile. And all of the other bullshit that's come down to that. The people with the Diamond Legion Warpaints. The guys with all of the gold tech on Liberators that they never even fucking earned on day one. All of those people that are running negative or running duplication or running other bullshit. Our political alliances side peel.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't just go with those. It goes with certain other people as well. And it's not just targeting one alliance or coalition of alliances. It targets them all.
Which is as it should
AAF, KT, TAO, SF, SUSQ. All of those motherfuckers that get on the high horse, spend a shit ton of coin, get banned, come back, spend more coin, get banned, come back, spend more coin, and so on and so forth. And the cycle is coming to an end. And it's about fucking time.
Yeah, it is. It's about time. It's beyond about it. It's way past beyond time. I will be very, very, very happy for this one to happen. And I know there's cheaters on both sides. There's cheaters everywhere. I don't care what clan you're with. You may or may not have a cheater in your clan. But all of those need to go. Let's bring, and I hate, and Dr. Phil, don't mute me for this, but let's bring some balance back to fighting. I know, but real honestly, I mean, how many times have you had, I've had my jug one shot killed. BS. Yeah. Now I know I don't have an Omega jug, but I do have an elite. It's 28. Bullshit one shot killing it. Now, if you put a pack of howlers on it and kill it, okay, I can respect that. But you're going to one shot kill me from one freaking howler? No. Kiss my ass. Sorry. That's BS.
It is.
We can use game names, right?
Yes.
Yes, we can use game names. Don't dox
There's a player out there whose game name, and I know his real name, but his game name is CHIT. And
Oh, I
he's
know who that is.
famous. And he's famous in War Commander because his Hades have all 6 pieces of tech on them, and his expert howlers have 24 pieces of tech on them. And I cannot wait when this patch is done and the game comes back up. I'm going to shove my foot so far down his throat, and there's one particular sector that is not going to be able to hide from me anymore because they've filled that sector up with platoons so you can't jump in. As soon as the patch is done, all the platoons are going back to the base, so Daddy's coming.
Yep. There's going to be a whole bunch of... I saw him running his gums in a sector the other day, and he makes no bones about being a hack.
And that's a very low number sector as well, isn't it?
And I cannot wait. There's some of these people I cannot wait.
The sector I'm talking about is a high level sector.
Yep.
It's triple digits up in the numbers.
Yep. Yep.
I'm in the wrong area then, right?
I see a lot of people quit when this goes in.
Exactly, William. Let the crying commence, because you're exactly right. Because as somebody posted on another page, and I'm not going to say who it was or what page, a lot of people are going to be taking an extended vacation. And no, it's right.
I saw that on one of the news pages, and it's true. Yeah, it's true. It's going to happen.
It is true. And like I said, Dr. Phil, I apologize for using that word balance, but at least we can fight fair. At least we can fight fair. You know, and I for one cannot wait till that maintenance, and I don't care if that maintenance takes 6 hours next week, as long as they get it right.
I'm going to say this. He hasn't stated that any banhammers will happen at all. But here's the thing. When the maintenance comes in next week, what's the first thing that cheaters do? They go and look for the next loophole of how to reactivate or redo the cheat. And if Kixeye are smart enough, and Kixeye know this, because there are conversations that I've had that I'm not talking about from behind the scenes, that they're expecting this. And it's expected that they will try and replace this workshop hack with the new one as soon as possible. And if there are enough landmines in place and enough cheat detection and enough catches, so to speak, you will see a lot more places to go and take the watering hole. And if you do that one more time, Peel, I'm going to put you in a timeout.
Oh, too late.
Nope.
Someone beat him to it.
Once more.
And Godscope, something you just said in the side check, you're exactly right. Kixeye's pockets won't get hurt if they ban the hackers because they're still coiners like me.
Yeah.
And several other people that I know that coin heavily.
There's guys like Scooby, which I don't like. He beats me up all the time. As much as I have sent tickets in, as much as I've screamed at Kixeye, he coins that much, and he's not the only person in the game who coins like that. And the reason why he coins like that is so he can compete and beat the people who are cheating. So it doesn't matter. If you take all the hackers out of the game, you are still going to have your heavy coiners that are left that are going to be spending a heavy amount of coin to compete against other players that are, instead of using cheats, are also spending heavy amounts of coin.
Scooby is a good friend of mine. We used to run together before I left the game. I've seen what
there's another one, Lady Warrior.
Is there another one?
Yeah.
Personal insults will not be tolerated in this chat. If they continue, you'll be timed out. If they continue after you've been timed out, you will be banned. Nothing more, nothing less.
It is the order of things.
Indeed.
Agreed.
That's why I wish I had the wrench sometimes.
tell me who you want, GS, and I'll do it. You know me. You know I will. You know I love you.
You know, with the new unit coming out, is there not a worry that after them fixing this hack or workshop hack, that with the new unit coming out, everybody will thrive on the new unit then to hack it?
Well, a lot of the newer units have been extremely difficult to go around. They can't do the instant upgrade anymore. They can't do instant builds. They can't cheat res like they used to. A lot of all of the shit they were doing is gone. You can't go from level 1 to level 40 in a day anymore.
Well, you
Unless
can,
you're
but your
spending
base
money.
doesn't change.
What
Yeah.
happens if
The
Kickside
XP thing is
doesn't do
just
the
ridiculous.
update? Gamer, let me answer this real quick. Gamer, I don't believe that they would have put this on the forums if they weren't planning on doing it.
Kickside don't speak in absolutes, and because this is now a public post and it is being shared and screenshot and gone all the way round, it's good.
Yeah.
Can I repeat what I just stated? What did I just state? Kickside don't speak in absolutes.
Right.
So
This is an absolute thing. This is an absolute. Kickside only ever talk in absolutes when it's definitive and definite.
Yep. Agreed.
Oh, well.
This will happen next week.
I'm excited.
So am I there, but I hope it's as good as they say it's going to be.
I'm excited that the workshop bomb will go away, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I think
you know what?
No. I think that's a separate issue. I think that has to do with
replication?
disconnecting. No, when you disconnect an attack and when you get back in, you have to clear out 5,000 pieces of tech that you've unlocked.
Yeah.
I think that's a separate issue. I don't think that's gonna be fixed yet. Because it's not a hack that you can just insert and then every time someone disconnects they go through something like that. I think it's a bug in the code.
It's a stability sort of thing rather than a hack.
No, that's a different thing.
Yeah, I think they even said something on the forums once that's actually a glitch in the code, like you just said, Godscope. And I think I don't know that they've found a solution for it yet. I never used to have it, and then all of a sudden now, over the last week, I'm getting it just about every time I attack a base. Or somebody attacks me. So, I don't know.
That's a bug in the code. They need to sort that one out.
Yeah, because it plays hell when you try to get back in your base when you're being attacked to try to defend, and you're clicking all that stuff out of the way, and then by the time you're done, you're flat. Your shit's dead. Okay.
Hunter, I'm inclined to agree and hope that it works and doesn't screw up people's workshops. And again, the only thing I can tell you to do for that one is either video or screenshot all of your workshop tech.
Yep.
And leave that there, so to speak.
Yeah, make sure that you show all the amounts of each piece of tech that you have, just so you have it on the back burner, so that when you log in after the maintenance, if all your stuff is gone and you've earned it legitimately, and in the pictures it'll show if it's a negative value or not, and then you ticket Kickside. Don't freak out, scream at them if you want, whatever, but don't throw a huge hissy fit on all the news pages, because I will comment on them and I will tell you exactly what I think about you. Just cover your ass. That's all you gotta do. Cover your ass.
Cover your ass. Cover your ass. Cover your ass. And the thing is, to add to what God's just said there, if one post ends up on the Unshackled page with "I've lost my workshop tech," and either doesn't have a whole bunch of screenshots or a nice big video for me to look at, you will be banned from the Unshackled page permanently. No ifs, no buts, no second chances. Because if Kickstarter are removing your shit and you don't have proof to back it up, you're a cheater. And you're not welcome on the Unshackled page. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
41 people are currently watching this show. By this time tomorrow, between 400 and 600 people will have viewed this show. Currently, Unshackled sits somewhere around the 700 people mark, I think. I will go and double check the members list, but I think it's around the 700 mark. No, it's 852. 852 people. And if even one of them or doesn't screenshot their shit, there will be a post made probably either Monday or Tuesday beforehand to tell people to screenshot their workshops, because I know this update is coming on Wednesday. It should come on Wednesday because Invasion is on Thursday.
Yeah.
1,300 subscribers.
Nice.
1,300 on the YouTube, 850 on the page, and we've been going less than a year.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's really good.
Shadow's channel previously, but it still is, but it's unshackled.
So I wonder now, with this kind of patch coming out, that's going to bring Shadow back?
Is it a patch or is it a fix?
It's a fix.
It's neither.
Well,
It's
the way that they've made it sound, that this is a permanent fix.
It is a permanent patch. It's not a fix. They're closing the loophole. They are closing this loophole that has been plaguing this game for such a long time.
Which is
hopefully no more open up.
They close the repair glitch. They close the repair hacks. They close the upgrade hacks. They close the generating res hacks. I mean, the only hack that's left now is that stupid fucking XP one, which makes your base ridiculous anyway. You can have a level 50 base, but if you go into your base and you get hit, you get smashed, and with the guy that's just leveled your base with, I just smashed your level 50 fucking base, you cheating motherfucker.
Yeah.
There's nothing more you can do about it. If you've got the base of a level 30 fucking 5, you're a moron.
Yeah,
players use the gold hack for that. They upgrade the buildings with the gold hack, and then as soon as you go out of your base and go back in, you keep the XP, but your base doesn't change. So if you
the gold hack does not work. The gold hack was fixed a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I see people post links every now and again of, here, do this and get free gold, whatever. Click on this link.
Yeah, no,
I don't know what that is.
That's a fish. That's not a hack. That's a phishing scam.
No.
Yeah.
I don't ever click on them, so I don't know. I block those people.
King, you're not getting your information from Kixeye. I am. It's as simple as that. I can state what I state with empirical fact. You can bet $1 million on it for all you like.
And the thing is JW, how do you know that? Do you do that hack?
That's the thing.
Let me just call that out right there on live show. I mean, my God.
I've talked to somebody who had a level 54 account. That base was set up as a level 2, and that's exactly what he did. Is he loaded up a gold hack, upgraded every single building, went to the world map, came back, everything was gone, upgraded every single building, and just did that to see how high of a level he could get before his account got banned. And the number was 54.
Wow.
And how long did his base last?
10 minutes.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
How much can you do in 10 minutes?
Yeah, but he did that on a sole purpose of, I'm going to see how long it takes for this account to get banned.
10 minutes.
Yep. Well, and JW, if you're a clean player, then good for you. I'm happy to hear it, because that's what we want in this game, is we want clean players. We want to be able to fight fairly.
I've dealt with cheaters and hackers and glitchers and abusers for longer than most of you have been playing. I dealt with it in Battle Pirates. I dealt with it in Backyard Monsters. I've dealt with it in War Commander. I dealt with the fucking chargeback assholes in Vega who would spend a whole bunch of money, charge back their accounts, and get all the money back and then spend it again. JW, if you've seriously got a problem, here's a suggestion for you. Turn off the show, leave the page, and don't fucking come back.
Who
I
is
got
this fucking
no
guy? I've
time
never
for
seen him
somebody
before
who's
anyways.
a crybaby out in the chat.
I've never seen him either. But you know what, JW? Here's the thing: nobody on the Unshackled panel likes cheats or hacks. And if you're given
We
the impression
all-
that you may be one, then we will call you out for it. It's just
to
that
get
simple.
on this panel, to get on this show, every single person on this panel had to show their workshop, show everything to make sure that the leaders of this channel, of this whatever the hell it's called, alliance, whatever, group of friends, this community, we had to show the leaders of this community that we are not cheaters so that we could be brought into it.
Yep.
Exactly.
I showed mine.
Excuse me there, we can do this live now, so we can, without any problem. Every single one of us.
Except David, because he's still in the fucking car.
David can show us.
I mean, I'll screen share and show you my workshop right now. All I have to do is load the game back up because it's disconnected because I've been in the show. But if you want to see my workshop, I'm more than happy to show you mine right now. I'll show you my gold, no problem.
And the whole works and respond to comments, show this, show that, show the other thing. There is no problem.
I will say this for everybody that's out there that has shown their workshop on the show and will continue to show their workshop on the show.
Yep.
Ones that were deemed not legit, where are they now? No longer on this show.
No longer on the show, no longer on the pages. It goes the same with calling some serious shit, or making threats to people, or disrespecting people, or just outrightly being a cunt. There is only one person throughout Unshackled, in fact, two people on Unshackled, who can do that to anybody. Beale's not on the show because I didn't send him the fucking hangout link, and to be honest, tonight I don't want to. Fuck, that hurts.
Fear, I still love you, honey. Forget the rest of them.
I don't. He's an asshole.
I know you don't, but I do.
But he's our asshole.
Who's more of the asshole?
Ooh, Fear just got out of the shower. Let me put a mental image. Ooh. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you've probably got some 500-pound guy getting out of the shower. He's got going on.
Sorry, we're getting
A
off.
500-pound banana.
That's hot.
Yeah, it is.
Well, of course it's hot. He just got out of the shower.
No, Doc is very hang on, never mind.
Shut up,
I'm not
David.
saying-
You shut up.
I'm
Or
not
I
saying
will
it.
slap you from one end of your car to the other. I know it's only about 3 feet.
I'm not
but
saying it.
shut up.
Never mind. Never mind.
You shut your fucking whole mouth.
He didn't even say a full word. He got the first letter in and Phil was
He
like,
didn't
shut up.
need
No,
to. I
shut
know
up.
where he was going with that. That's fucking personal. And don't bring personal shit into the fucking game.
Exactly. That's why I stopped.
I know where you were going.
I
you
stopped
fucking
because I was like,
smart
oh, wait a second. This is personal. Never mind. I'm not going to bring it up.
It's okay, Baldilocks.
asshole. Hey, don't do that. I'm going bald myself. So get the guy right.
Yeah, it's because you're
And,
old.
I'm 27. Fuck.
Joshua, some people like microwaves, some don't. It really just depends. The napalms you have, I would suggest you might want to leave them for the zombie event at the end of October or whenever they do it in October, because the
They
napalms
suck.
will
You're better off
burn.
going with Avalanche.
They will burn the zombies. But I have Avalanche in mine. I don't have any napalms.
I got 4 maxed out napalms, 4 max cryos, 5 or 6
Second favorite.
AA
I have a
plasmas,
lot
and the
of
rest are
people
avalanche.
that rank higher than you. Fucking second favorite person.
That's because
Well,
I'm your
get
first
that in
favorite
my
person.
face. I'm sorry, Doc. You're second.
Fear, did you
I like David more than I like you.
did you get the new legendary that came out on Pokemon?
Oh God, no! Let's not even go to
Strike
Pokemon
one.
now. No. Dr. Phil, rein him
strike
in. No.
Strike one, motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. I got 1 more to spare.
Wait a second. You like me more than who, Doc?
I like you more than Peel.
Oh, that's not much, though.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Jesus
Where
Christ.
were
What
we?
has this
We
become?
kind of got way off track. Where were we? I don't even know.
Shit, I don't fucking know either.
I don't know either.
We got halfway through the fucking workshop thing. Had an
Oh, yeah.
accident, and now we're on who's on my favorite person list.
And then we're going to talk about Pokemon Go.
No,
No,
we're
I
not
think-
talking about
Oh, hell no.
Pokemon Go.
Strike
Hell
two.
no.
Strike 2.
That's
Oh,
there you go,
now I have to
strike two.
stop.
How can I time out Godscope from yeah. Keep it up.
I could do it, but it wouldn't be nice.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
don't bring that up ever again.
Don't bring
When you accidentally ban David.
Okay,
Okay.
I did that once. I was trying to. No, I didn't do it to David. I accidentally did it to Lonnie. I was trying to share controls with him at the start of a show, and I hit the wrong button and kicked him out.
Oh Jesus.
And then he couldn't get back in.
He couldn't get back in and had to use some other fucking thing.
Oh wow.
He had to set up a second Google account to get in. Fucking
Oh.
okay,
so-
yeah, I still don't think he forgive me for that.
All right. So did we? I think you finished reading all the maintenance thing, all the
We went
workshop
over
thing, didn't you?
Pretty much everything, I think. There's nothing else. I think I already did the spawn calendar last week,
Yeah, you did do the spawn calendar.
but
think-
just in case, it's all there. It's all there. You can go on the forums and read it for yourself.
Yep.
I'm not reading all those fucking days out again.
Hey, I don't think Hunter can read, though, so you might want to read them out again.
No, we're not reading them just for Hunter.
No.
Genie
If
Christmas.
we're going to torture him, on the other hand.
No, if you want to torture him, let David read it.
I was going to torture him.
Yeah,
But
let
I
David
can't
let
read it. I'm on
David
my
read them.
phone.
No, David
Well,
can't read
damn
the
it.
police stuff.
I'm driving home.
Legendary unit rebalance. Yeah,
Hey,
that was
Phil,
like 6 months ago. What?
do you make, since David's on his phone while driving, does War Commander Unshackled make any money if this show gets used in an episode of Crime Watch?
War Commander. Okay.
Hey, I'm hands-free. It's freaking legal.
And I have to state it for legal reasons. Unshackled is not monetized in any way, shape, or form, and makes no money whatsoever. Now, if David did have an accident and I chose to take this footage and sell it, I'd A, have to split the money with Shadow first, and B, yes, I could sell the footage to, I don't know, motorway cops or the world's wildest police chases or some idiot on the internet who crashed his car while he was in a hangout, or what's the other one? Stupidest morons on their phone, or
America's
something like that.
20-some videos.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
I
America's
am,
Funniest Home Videos. That's
the
it.
world's funniest home videos. That'll do.
I am hands-free, so fuck off.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
David?
you're still not
David?
paying attention.
Hey, what?
I love you, but fuck you.
I will be honest, I pay more attention to the freaking road than this conversation. But that's besides the point.
Oh, and
That's
hey,
only because
David.
you have 2 brain cells to spare.
Hey, David, that friend of ours from 50.
Uh-huh.
He got flat again the other day. Just so you know, I have a new friend helping me out with him. If I don't get him, he does.
Oh, good. I'm just waiting for his crater. I just want to see his crater.
It'll
Me
happen.
too.
Give me his ID. You know the drill.
Dr. Phil, I'll talk to you offline on that, and I'll give it to you because
Excellent.
he's a piece of shit, and he needs to be cratered for what he did. So,
Just provide me with all the necessary evidence, and we'll go from there.
okay.
I mean, like the screenshots.
You've been fresh.
Damn it.
Max Microwave does more damage than the Avalanche. Actually, I don't know.
Well,
I've
it's
never
relative.
upgraded
It's
the
relative.
microwave.
Like the max damage from an avalanche or from a microwave is up close because as you get closer to it, you take more damage, right? But with the avalanche, as it shoots longer, it deals more damage over a period of time.
Avalanche
So
is the stage
if you're,
fire.
so if you're far away from the microwave turret, like your Dina, if you hit if you use your Dina to kill a microwave turret, it's going to take less damage from that microwave than it will from an avalanche.
Exactly.
Because when you're farther out and you're farther away, the microwave doesn't do as much damage as the avalanche does.
Right.
And then by the time you get close to the microwave for it to do any damage, it's dead.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Peel on that one. Avalanche is better.
I agree
Yeah.
with Peel as well on that. I ever since Avalanche come out, I started working on those and had them maps, and I've had them placed, and I've never thought about replacing them.
Now, if you were a Shadow Killer back in the day, and when the microwave first came out, he had all of his turrets were microwave. All of them.
Oh wow!
When the turret,
Yeah, when they first came out, they were good.
When they first came out, yes, they were great. They even hit missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
Now they don't.
JW, to be honest, none of the turrets do anything these days. We need a revamp on our base turrets.
Exactly.
Not the heavy turrets, like the main turrets. We need different main turrets. Something that does something else because they don't do anything. Like it used to be at the point. It used to be at the point where you could go into someone's base with a heavy tune and an air that was completely undefended, and that base would still lay a beating on you. But now you look at a base that's got no defenders in it, you take 40 seconds worth of damage.
I give 2 months. That's my prediction for new turrets coming out. 2 months.
2 months.
I wish.
Try.
And he may be right. If they're going to give us this new level 12 CC, then maybe that's a precursor to new turrets or something. Perhaps I don't know. I don't know what the deal with new CC is.
There's still bread on the
We
cookie.
go down to the thing here. The oh no, it's not in that fucking list. Shit. I gotta go find it. Hang on. It's in one of these bloody things. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there.
I seriously estimate about 2 months or less, we will have another turret.
No, I estimate the next 2 weeks.
I don't want another turret. I want 4 other turrets. I want something that hits ground and air.
12. Information will be posted by Friday, August 4th.
Something good that hits ground and air. Something good that only hits air, and something good that only hits ground. Get 3 new turrets is all we need.
And
Well,
Joshua, to answer that question, why are they bringing back Ronin? We have no idea, and it's stupid.
Because we're getting close to Halloween, guys. We're getting close to Halloween. You need that fire unit.
Yeah, and the 90-day upgrade times that come with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I gotta say, there is one thing that the Ronin's really good for, and that's when I roll up to a base and I see it as a defender, it does give me a good chuckle.
what about Viper X or BFGX sitting in there?
Well, see, the
Viper
Viper X is
BFG.
still good for going across the world map because it's so fast.
Omega Ronin? Nah, I doubt it. It's
Who
useless.
said Omega Ronin?
Somebody in the chat said Omega Ronin may be coming.
No.
I don't know why they're bringing some of these bases back out. It really doesn't make any sense because either you have them or you don't need them. And if you need them, if you have them, you don't need them. And if you don't have them, you really don't need them. It's just another base to waste your time on.
It's to give the lowers a chance to get these units. They're going to get them. They're going to coin them up for the ones that are actually really coining them.
Yeah, but what can you use a Ronin for to help you get another unit? There's nothing that you can use a Ronin for other than maybe killing an Iron Strike 25.
Look, here's the thing. If you can hit the base to go and get the Ronin, you don't need the Ronin. It's as simple as that.
Exactly.
And if
It's
someone's
going to be
asking
for
you,
the collector.
and if someone's asking you to open the Maronin base so they can get it, please, for the love of God, explain to them why it's such a crap unit.
Yes.
Oh, I'll open it for him. I don't care. It's going to be for the collector.
I ain't
There are
wasting my
collectors out
time
there
in
that
those
want
bases.
There's a lot of other units they could bring out bases for that would be way more usable than the Ronin.
Expert Jericho.
Or
Jericho.
Doran would be good because I don't have Doran. I would love to have Doran.
Dante.
Or Dante. I think I have Dante. I don't think maybe I don't have. No, I don't have Dante either.
The only two I need, the only two that I do not have that I want is the Dante and the Jericho. I don't care if I have Boulder or not. The only two I want is Dante and Jericho.
I have Boulder and he's on mothballs just like my Ronin and my Viper X and all the rest of that shit. But I want Doran and Dante. I don't have either one of those, and I would love to have both of those myself.
I got them all. You can have mine.
I'll come take yours from your base.
For 350.
All on the War Pig base works wonders.
Why would it? Who would the
So
what?
does Dante. I watched a video of someone using a Dante and Expert Howlers, and they killed that War Rig and didn't take any damn damage.
Yep, it's possible.
Yeah.
Dante is still a beast when it comes to getting hit.
Yep.
So
With the right tech on him, yeah, he's fucking brutal.
they're all brutal. All those main units were brutal if they got the right tech on.
Well, it's the same when the jug base came out. I did it for I don't know 6-7 hours straight, just going from base to base, getting the elite drug parts.
With Jericho, if I remember correctly, right?
Yep.
You didn't have the Gold Tech. You had a makeshift Jericho at one point in time doing those bases.
I had a makeshift Jericho for a while with some bullshit tech on them, and then I got the expert and the gold tech to go with it.
Yep. They need to release the Gold Tech for all these old units that we still have.
Yeah.
No, they do.
If you're
Later, Phil. Take it easy. Thanks for dropping in. Even though you weren't on the panel.
Bye, Fear.
Goodbye, Fear.
But a lot of this shit that people don't use or don't think is relevant anymore still works quite well. There's
People
a lot
think
of shit out there.
Irrelevant. Correct?
Who? What?
SF units are quote unquote irrelevant now. In some of the bases, they work wonders.
They still have their uses.
Yeah.
Week of hero bases. That's not a bad idea.
A week of hero bases, here's what we do. We can mention this on the show all we want. The way that we get Kickside to open their eyes is we take this idea and we go to the forums and we make a post and we're all politically correct. You don't scream at Kickside. You don't swear at them. You don't turn it into a troll station. You make a well-educated, well-thought-out post as to why this would be such a good idea, and you spread the word around and you get as many people as you can on board to comment on it, because that is how we get Kickside's attention.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, so guess what? You just got elected.
Yep.
Well done.
You can blow me.
Just go create a poll.
Blow me.
Doc, hey, I would think you.
Rick and Morty joke. If you didn't get it, get out. I have seen since I heard the crickets. You've not seen it.
I've seen Rick and Morty, just not that damn episode. Sorry.
Well, you won't know this one either, David. Peace Among Worlds.
Piece of what?
Peace Among Worlds.
Rings a bell, actually.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know where from. It just rings a bell.
Phil's thinking, you lying cunt, I made it up.
No. I didn't. But don't be a sheep.
No.
I've never heard of it, so I don't know.
Okay. Are we done here?
You're the one in charge, dude.
gone for 2 hours.
That's a
you're the
good
one
2
in
hours.
charge, not me.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's been just about 2.5.
Oh, no, it's been 2-ish.
It's past Doc's bedtime, but he's got morphine in him, so we're good.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, it's been an hour and a half. Sorry.
We're good. We're good. 90 minutes is a good thing.
Yeah, that's about normal.
Oh, 2 dislikes. I wonder who those were.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, no.
Here's
Can we
here's
see?
out to the chat. We have 41 people watching right now, and we only have 8 likes. What is that?
I show 9. But either way, why aren't you people clicking on? There's 10.
Press-
Come on.
press
Let's
that
make it
like
41.
button.
Come on, you people.
Hit that
Oh,
like
okay.
button and show me that you love me.
11. Come on. Everybody hit like. 12.
Oh, we got 3
Keep
dislikes
going.
now.
Come on. Keep
Hunt.
going. That's 12.
I guarantee you, Hunter's. Oh, 4 dislikes. I guarantee you, Hunter's one of them.
Yeah,
Show me the
probably.
money.
And probably somebody that got kicked out earlier. Oh, we have 15 likes. Come on, people. Now 14.
There you go. See, that's better. That's good. 43 people watching now.
Show me the money.
And we have 17 likes. Come on, you people can do better than that. Really, you can.
The best thing about this is not a monetized video, so likes and views really
Get me
mean
on
nothing.
shoutouts, Doc.
Okay,
Get me on shoutouts.
thank you. Okay, let's get this fucking show on the road. Let's wrap this bitch up. Get some shoutouts done. Get some last words done. Wrap up the show and get the fuck out of here. So we'll start with Anton at the end. Shoutouts and last words, please, brother.
Hey, Lynette, thanks for the invite there, thanks for the show, thanks to all my Sector 49, and thanks to the community, enemies and friends and that there, and say a big thank you there to Skip this last couple of days or not there, just done brilliantly, and say hi to Charlotte Killer. Hope everyone's okay.
Thank you very much. David the Deuce Dark Shadows. Shoutouts, last words. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sending me the invite. Thanks for everybody watching on YouTube. And fuck off, everybody.
Don't worry, it was an unpopular opinion to give you the link.
Godscope. Shoutouts and last words, please.
Oh dear God! Shout out to you, Phil. I'm glad that you pulled through on the surgery. Here's to a speedy, no trouble-filled recovery. I hope you're back on your feet, back to the annoying little pissant douchebag person you were before, the guy that we all know and love.
Fucking
Shout
you.
out to the shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to Skipjack. Too bad you couldn't make it on tonight. And yeah, shout out to a certain sector that I'm going to be visiting next week with about 300 of my closest friends.
Woo-hoo.
We're coming for you.
PM me the sector.
We'll arrange that and get it done on
you
a
will
wrap.
know.
Okay.
I don't think it can be done on our AV.
Okay.
You never know. It depends. I might run a special one just for you. Lady Warrior, shout-outs, please, darling.
Okay, shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to you, Dr. Phil. I'm glad you're back. Shout out to everybody watching out in YouTube land right now, and to the millions and millions and millions that will be watching later. David, you forgot. Shout out to Hunter. Shout out to somebody else wanted to, and Gamer. Shout out to my XR brothers. I love you guys. I'll see you all soon. And shout out to 164. I still love you guys too.
Excellent, excellent. Hulk, what have you got for me, brother?
Shout out to the panel, and just shout out to everybody that came along, and shout out to YouTube, and shout out to 49.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, the final words from me for this evening are yes, I am back at home. The surgery went well. It went better than expected. And that's about as much as I'm going to say there. It's a long road ahead of physio and blah, 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 but that's personal shit for me to deal with, and you all don't need to know about. So, that being said, thank you for the panel for coming along tonight. Thank you, everybody in YouTube, but especially the guys that got banned and timed out and warned and basically get my foot in their ass on a regular basis. David. But I actually, in fact,
bitch.
shut up. I do want to give David a shout out, actually, for the artwork that he did for the Unshackled page, even though it was the wrong fucking size and I had to edit it on my phone. I'm just giving him shit. Yeah, he's done the new artwork for the show. Other than next week, depending on what day they put the update out for this workshop close, there could be a short update show on Wednesday, but from this point on, the shows will be done on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is midnight GMT for me. That allows me to not be up until 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. There will be a Rav show tomorrow night. Either Dobber or Lonnie will post about that. And that's pretty much it for the announcements. Other than thank you for coming, and of course, as the picture says, peace among worlds. Good night, motherfuckers.